radio and social media. And it's right here on Nationwide 90 FM, the revolution in media.
As a parent, you give your children a good start in life. You nurture, protect, and guide them. Parenting is a process that prepares your child for independence. As your child grows and develops, there are many things you can do to help your child. Stay tuned to The Big Show, Nationwide this morning, for parenting tips. Fridays at 6:53 a.m. Only here will you learn everything you need to know about parenting. Tips to help parents navigate the incredibly challenging and rewarding journey of child rearing. Parenting tips on Nationwide at 90 FM, the revolution in media.
In my view, jazz is the greatest of all human expressions.
International Jazz Day Concert 2026. Randy Williams Entertainment Center, Kingston, Jamaica. This Thursday, April 30, 7 p.m. Presented by the Ministry of Culture, Jamaica Music Museum, UNESCO, and Kingston Night Market. Jazz, the greatest of all human expressions. Admission free.
Do you have a consumer-related issue? Want to learn more about matters concerning you as a consumer? Well, keep it locked to Nationwide 90 FM for the Consumer Hour with me, Nora Gay Banton. Weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. For all your consumer-centric matters, stay tuned to the Consumer Hour on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Real fabrics, I go give you plenty healthy ways to switch up your meals. Fresh flavor, that's what me need. A new recipe every day of the week. And look how good me feel.
The time by Rainforest Caribbean is
7:01.
Your best just to make it quick. Woman, tend to the sick.
Don't worry about that, Gregory. We will. We're gonna try our best to make it quick for real, man. It's a quick show. It's a quick show at the end of the day, Gregory. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry yourself, bro. People, welcome. Welcome. We tell you so we'd be back here yesterday and I never believe we.
Indeed.
What was gonna stop us from being back here to host another episode of
the comment section.
The comment section here on Nationwide 90 FM from 7 o'clock to 7:30. I'm Mahiri Stewart.
And I'm Shalois Michael.
People, it is your turn to share your thoughts and comments, wink, on trending issues. And as always, we have a little trending issue to discuss.
Oh, yes, we do.
Right now.
Yeah. Now, during a marathon parliamentary sitting on a Tuesday, opposition MP Dr. Angela Brownburg was suspended from the House of Representatives after, removing the ceremonial mace. The incident occurred during a heated clause-by-clause examination of the NARA bill. And so in public opinion this evening, we're asking, what's your reaction to the mace controversy involving Dr. Angela Brownburg in Parliament?
Well, first of all,
now we got a video of it.
We did, yes. Yeah. Now, we needed to get the video of it because if you just watch the stream that was on PBCJ, you really just see Juliet Holness reacting to what was going on without seeing what actually went on. But yeah, I was watching last night Parliament.
It's crazy.
Even into the wee hours of 1. I was like, bro, they're
long sitting.
They're still in there, man.
Yeah.
They're still in there. I was literally I was playing a game with my friend and when we're done it's like must it 12 o'clock? Was it Chevron until I put updates in the group? I'm like,
why?
Is your stream delayed, bro? Is it over? I'm go for YouTube sitting at the house 1.6K watching. I'm like,
yeah, still going on.
Yeah. And then I started to see all the Instagram stories from the parliamentarians and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks, hours earlier, all of this took place. Yeah?
Yeah.
And now we're going to react to it. I'll tell you what, man. I'm seeing a lot of persons.
Now, in the behind the scenes, let's try and give a little context for those who might have missed the video. I think we showed it earlier.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
good.
there she is. She getting up. She going over to the mace, and she's like, "Whoosh!"
Fully take it up there, so.
Damon's like, "You ain't
Put
getting
it
me
back.
involved in this." So Damon said, "No, not you know."
Some squabble going on.
Right. So I tell you what, man. This isn't
Then she
something.
take it up again, and then she put it back, and then she went back to her seat.
And then that's when the exchange began.
Right.
Well, if there's one thing I'm grateful for this is that I didn't even know the mace was that deep. I don't know nothing about Westminster like that. So when I found out that moving the mace, and I shouldn't even say that, you know, because
I know that it's disrespectful.
Oh, I know that now. I tell you what, this reminds me of I've seen some mad parliament videos in other countries, and I think I remember seeing somebody remove. I think I saw somebody like run into a parliament and take out the mace and run away with to stop a bill. So that's what made me remember that. Oh yeah, that's like a bad thing to do, isn't it? But what say the public? Let's take a look.
Let's go over to Facebook as usual. Audley Phillips says the mace represents the authority of the Speaker and the House. Its removal or interference is considered a direct challenge to the authority of Parliament. Regardless what side you're on, the removal of the mace was in poor taste, and the member ought to have known better.
Russell Reed says she's a member of Parliament. She knows the rules of Parliament, so she should follow the rules of Parliament.
Oh, Bancroft Dawkins says the Speaker is a problem.
Okay, I don't know.
We've been seeing a lot of that though,
and
because but I do think
it's time for a rant because men don't understand that.
No, I do honestly think it's on, and I mean no disrespect. I do think it's on the part of ignorance, where some people just don't know the whole ceremonial meaning of the mace and what it represents and so on and so forth. So I think that is what a lot of people,
and the fact that the videos that were circulating didn't show what we just showed.
And the video didn't show it as well, exactly.
But let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
I've seen, first of all, this is not the first time Juliet Holness and Dr. Angela Brown-Burke have gone at it. I distinctly remember, I don't remember, I think it was this year or the year before. Some word after Speaker. I don't remember what was taking place in Parliament, but it is a constant thing.
Yeah.
When I was watching the video on PBCJ, it was like being in a classroom when the teacher's trying to order the students and you have the one that is just continuously acting out of turn. But there's a difference between a classroom of children and a House of Representatives full of grown, as my mother would say, horse-steering members of Parliament. Yeah, man, horse-steering. We should have said that yesterday, you know.
I've never heard that one, actually.
You've never heard that?
Exactly. But no, sorry.
Anyways.
Resume, yes.
I promise we're going to get to the comments, but this is very important. And when I saw what was going on, and it's just mischief. That's literally what all of this is at the end of the day, you know, mischief. And now all of a sudden I'm seeing persons say, oh, but the mace is some colonial thing we shouldn't care about. I'm like, brother, on the same one when Pitney goes to school would hear, hi, and it don't affect them learning and still say rules are rules when them get locked out. But Angela Brown-Burke moving the mace is all of a sudden just something that people should ignore because of colonial rules. If you don't like colonial rules, reform the constitution so that we don't have to have the mace in the Parliament, but it's still there for a reason. You can't just don't follow the rules because you intend to get rid of them.
Indeed.
And that's not going to happen anytime soon because of the disagreement from both sides. So that don't make no sense to me, man. People trying to make it look like Dr. Brown-Burke was moving the mace to protest colonial rule and be a pan-African. It's like, brother, that's not why she did it. She did it because she never liked that Juliet Holness wasn't listening to her. And she was literally trying to cause mischief. It's that simple. So I don't understand how you can try and find some deep meaning, some philosophical meaning to this simple incident. She moved the mace because she was trying to get the attention of the Speaker.
Acknowledged, yeah.
Simple as that.
Continuing with the comments, George Davis, not or George Davis now, another George Davis says, Mrs. Brown-Burke is out of her depth. Shame on the party's chairman.
Yo, George Davis, if you're listening to this, you know, same George Davis you just mentioned. If you make an adjustment, if you put your middle initial in your name, so I can say George B. Davis or something.
Right. Prince Wellington says, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Argument done.
Warren Robinson says there are more important matters. And honestly, Coke, I mean, let's think about this for a bit. They were in there talking about Nara.
Yeah.
And we hear writing about maces. We hear about somebody lift up one mace. That ended up making news when the only thing that should have been in the news was maybe Nara and maybe the spat between Daryl Vaz and Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Well, the mace is now.
But and see we here I talk about mace instead of the Nara bill. Don't you all find a problem with that? I find a problem with that.
Brenda L. McLeod says she was wrong.
And Tristan Turner says it's high time parliamentarians act with some level of decency. It is disgusting and shameful to watch our lawmakers acting like hooligans. And let me tell you something, man. I'm not gonna pretend that parliamentarians always act out a line, and I understand that at some point you're gonna get angry to the point where you may act out of character.
Mm-hmm.
But every time it happens, we were writing. Look, for the last 2 weeks we were writing story about unruly children and our children have no discipline. Oh, granted, children are not watching Parliament, but then they don't need to watch Parliament. They can just glance the news and see parliamentarians acting like them in the classroom. And it's not, and we have to preface this, we can't make it look like I just one side. We've seen both sides of the house act out. I'm not going to try and make this into it's always this person, it's always that person. But it is something that happens frequently, and I'm like, people, you're making decisions that are going to affect the people of this country. Where's the decorum?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the hallowed grounds of Gordon House. Where's the decorum, man? You can't have them something, man.
Before we go over to Instagram, on our YouTube, Shayona says, Angela was rude and disrespectful. She's been in Parliament for a long, long time. She knows the rule of the House. She knows what to do, and she has no respect for the Speaker of the House.
That's Dr. Angela to you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like, and that's the thing, man. I've seen so many people accuse Juliet Holness of being strict and all them something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, sometimes I'm gonna just draw her out.
Yeah.
It's like,
and the rules are there for a reason.
It's almost like teachers, so some teachers just chilling, just have them unruly set. Always a draw out the teacher, and when the teacher explode and say, yeah, man, see that the teacher is miserable. She was rage baiting the speaker to bring it into terms that only young people understand. Dr. Brownberg rage baited the Speaker of the House, and it worked. Juliet was mad as hell.
Indeed.
Juliet was mad as hell.
Jacqueline Thomas says she's too out of order. Let's go over to our Instagram and see what's happening there. Noxley kicks us off. Noxley says, what Angela Brownberg did with the mace in Parliament was a step too far, plain and simple. There's a difference between passionate protest and undermining the institution you're elected to serve. The mace isn't decoration. It represents the authority and order of Parliament. Once that line is crossed, the message becomes clear. Emotion has overtaken discipline, and there's the real problem. Noxley continued. Noxley says, Jamaica doesn't lack strong voices in politics. We have plenty of that. What we're lacking in moments like this is self-control, respect for process, and leadership maturity. Because if leaders can't operate within the rules of the very system they're a part of, it raises a serious question. What example are we setting for the young people and those aspiring to become politicians? Jamaica deserves leaders who can fight hard for what they believe in without breaking the very system they swore to uphold.
Yeah, it's as simple as that, man. And honestly, like, I don't know, man. You see, if this had happened in the wee hours of 12 o'clock, at least I could have blamed it on sleep deprivation and say, yeah, man, them must be tired and them heads start take them because they've been in that same room for 11 hours.
Could have put up your hand like in a church and just step out, with your bag. Could have do the little,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Kimberly Too Sexy says, in a society where adherence to rules and regulations is not always consistent, members of Parliament are expected to exemplify and uphold our core values, particularly respect for the rule of law and our constitutional dispensation. The suspension of the member was an appropriate course of action. Furthermore, the Speaker may wish to reflect on her tone and manner going forward, as emotional regulation remains essential in maintaining the dignity and decorum of the institution.
And ND Evo says, well, we learned what mace is. She should have run outside with it. Listen, man, there'll be plenty of time for the proverbial running outside of the mace. You don't need to run outside of the mace once constitutional reform happens, bro. But maybe that's the point he was trying to make.
Yeah.
Let's do,
Doreen says she's rude and disrespectful in the House of Parliament and to the people of Jamaica. Let's see what else is happening before we go over to X to close out. Let's see what our YouTubers are saying. Going through. MJM says the toxicity in Parliament is rife. I'm appalled by the behavior. All right, let's see what's happening over on X. Yardman says she was being disrespectful and it's becoming a trend now for this current crop of... Okay, I'm going to stop there. Dion Mitchell says arrogant, wrong, and strong.
And in closing, perfect name, seeing that you're going to be the last comment we read. To know that persons in Jamaica are still barely living hand to mouth after the hurricane breaks my heart. Too much to care about a ceremonial mace. So see, shall I love, sir? Much ado.
Much ado about nothing?
Yeah. But I don't even think this is one of those cases, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. People love to say rules are rules. See it there?
Rules are rules.
Rules are rules. Let us go to a quick break and then we're going to find out what is cooking on the people them socials.
Jamaica, we have been tested before, and every time we rise. Together, we will rebuild stronger, safer, and united. Hope lives here. The time by the office of the Prime Minister is
15 minutes after 7.
From the biggest tracks to the biggest energy, Nationwide keeps it moving. If you love the vibes, come and lock in with us for real.
World boss, leave a prison could stop me.
Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Practice. God me say you watch you of me practice.
What's Cooking was brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Limited, Jamaica's leading distributor of industrial automation and control solutions.
Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Shaloy.
And I'm Mahiri.
Mahiri, what's cooking?
All right, folks. So, you see, the thing is, if you don't know who Speed is, I'm not gonna learn today. Yeah, I feel like a lot of our listeners and our viewers probably won't know him, but that's what this show is for.
I didn't know of him until yesterday, so there's that. So you're not alone, listeners and viewers.
Right. So, folks, popular streamer iShowSpeed is currently on a Caribbean tour. And this is something he always does. He always tours different areas of the world. He grows to fame around in the pandemic playing video games. And from there, he started to do streams where he'd walk around to different places and interact with people. And he's a mega star now. Speed is everywhere. He's in every meme, every GIF. You say iShowSpeed. And I was telling Shala earlier, she's probably seen him and just not know say him.
I have.
Exactly. And she's watched a couple of videos before we started this, so she understands who this guy is now. But the bottom line is, his tours are making the rounds. He did one in Africa. As a matter of fact, I think the African one just ended. I know he did World Cup tours when the World Cup was going on. Speed's been everywhere, man. And now he's here. He's here in the Caribbean. He's doing a Caribbean tour. And he's been to a couple countries already. I know he's been to Grenada. I know he's been to St. Vincent. I know he's been to, I want to say, Barbados. And he's going to be in Dominica and them places there soon. And he's coming to Jamaica real soon. And we're going to talk about that later. But let's see what Speed has been up to these past couple of days, shall we?
Yeah, this is it. Oh my God. The savory. This shit good. I can taste the sugar. Oh, hell no. What the hey? What the hell? Hey! Hey, stop that! Stop that!
I know. Come, bro. If you're too close to that, you could hit it, so you gotta go back a little.
So he's just living the life.
He is
trying
literally
the foods. He is participating in the sports. He's going to the parties.
He's getting the whole taste of the Caribbean
Yeah.
culture. So, Shallow, we now have a task ahead of us.
Mhm.
You and I, and the comments, all those who are watching right now. We
Knox's-
need to plan. We're going to get to Knoxie soon. We need to plan Speed's Jamaica visit. So, who, what, where, what are we going to have Speed do when he touches down in Jamaican shores?
I mean, there's so much. Food alone.
Mm-hmm. What are we going to make him eat?
Definitely or KFC.
Yes, because he's been tasting other people's KFC and
Yes.
said them best wait till you reach here, so
Yeah.
bro. So there's that. And if it tastes jerk chicken,
Yes, definitely. Or patty.
if it got juicy
Yeah.
beef,
Of course.
if you come a 14 Ocean Boulevard, come
Naturally.
E
First
Zone,
floor. Yeah.
give you a little story.
Yeah.
Even if you meet Babsy, even if you meet Babsy, and if you meet the Prime Minister, someone
You
was
need to
saying,
try it when I will beat them. But that be done somewhere.
yeah, he go up on the north coast for that,
Yeah.
but he's not down here. He needs to. Even if you go to Rick's Cafe,
Definitely.
yeah. Even if you go to Portland,
Mm-hmm.
where else we need to send Speed? Where
He'll
else
have
we
his
can
hands
send
full.
Speed? Yeah, man. Send him
Yeah.
go arena, go run with yeah, man. Go run with two school youth. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So many things Speed can do. But yeah, man, he's all over the place. And persons are talking about how good these streams are
Mhm.
for showing he's a worldwide fan base. I can't even just say American at this point. But for showing his fan base all these different crevices and corners of the world.
yeah.
And now when he's going to come to Jamaica, so many persons, as if they never know already because you don't know say Jamaica we're talking about, many people are going to learn about Jamaican culture when he makes his visit here. So we have to make sure it is a good visit. We have to make sure I'm not no pothole and drop out of no vehicle.
Oh, dear God.
And broke nothing.
Not the
Yeah, here's a
potholes.
Jamaican on no good road. Or him witness something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, a piece of bad PR can ruin this whole tour, you know?
I'm sure it will go well.
Carlene Smith says he dealt with that cane.
Noxley says, first time hearing about Speed when Mahir mentioned him just now. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
man. It won't be the last you hear of him, yeah? I tell you what, man. Who would be a good host or tour guide? Ed.
No, man, you want somebody young.
Somebody younger. Give him to... Give Kareem.
Don't it?
Get Kareem
Actually,
Honeybee. Make Kareem Honeybee run around the place with him. Yeah, man. Make him go meet Bad Sicky and them people there.
Oh, but Siki would have been
That
a
would
good-
be really
yeah.
fun too. Yeah, man. There's so many people
Yeah.
Speed can meet. But yeah, man.
But I've been seeing him on my TikTok and X, but I just kept on scrolling because I'm like, who is this person?
That's the ex was trying to tell you who the person was, and
because it was trending. It's been trending on my X, and I just kept on scrolling because I'm like, I don't know who this is. But yeah, but now I know.
Right, man. So remember, let's go back through the plan. So we're going to make him eat what? KFC.
Yes.
Jerk chicken.
Mhm.
Okay,
Patty.
Patty. Is there anything else he's missing out on? You can't leave Aki and Selfish.
Yeah.
It's national.
What he said, jerk chicken?
Yeah, man. Festival. Yeah, man. All of them
Yeah.
something there. So the food is covered. You need to go Portland.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go
You need to go Ochi.
Ochi.
Yeah,
You need to
definitely.
go Hip Strip. Up on my bay. You can come down to Emancipation Park. You need to come on Nationwide News.
Indeed.
Upon the E-Zone. He needs to go to OPM and meet our Prime Minister and our Minister of Culture. Let me tell you something. That Speed Babsy picture would change lives. That would go so hard. Then you need to go meet the leader of opposition. You need to go meet Mark Golding.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And meet Nikisha Burchell because she's the culture smart.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Nuxley says Boston jerk.
Are they open?
Corey says curried goat.
Boston reopen?
You can try curried goat.
Is Boston reopened, Nuxley?
Nuxley also says Rio Grande. Someone also says Harmony Beach Park, Bob Marley Museum.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
miss
show
that.
you. Yeah, man. Speed. We match up that field.
Yeah.
Where else can Speed go? Can you follow me? Go a post cab. Yeah, man. Speed. You can go up to the cool hills of Manchester. I don't know what you do up there, but you can go. And
Frenchman's Cove.
Speed need to go on the grill. Need to go
Yeah.
on the grill. Yeah, man. Place that for your Speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a grand time, and when he comes, you best believe we're gonna be back here to tell you how it went. So this is part one. This is part one of the What's Cooking, because when he comes, it will be What's Cooking because it will cook. But that is what is cooking right now. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna tell you our comment of the day.
What's Cooking is brought to you by Cleasing Industrial Limited, Jamaica's leading distributor of industrial automation and control solutions.
He never shies away from taboo topics. Voyagings after dark.
The most riveting discussions.
Voyagings after dark.
Topics that are shunned by society.
And everything else in between. Voyagings After Dark with Korean Voyagings this and every Wednesday from 8 to 11 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM.
You can't miss.
What's buzzing?
Celebrity outfits.
Is that a hit or a miss?
Bust the odds.
Jamaica's Got Talent.
Wait, a war man.
Hot takes.
Talk up the takes.
Actual factual. Life is short. Voyagings After Dark.
Come get your mind blown.
And your curiosity explored. If you love the vibes, the laughs, and the real talk, then you're one of us. Don't just listen, belong. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club on Patreon.
Winding down here on comment section here on Nationwide 90 FM, and we're going to tell you our comment of the day. Before we do, I'm seeing a couple more comments on what Speed should do. Some people say I need to meet Jackie over Portmore eating fish. Him can meet the coffee farmers. Can go a little Ochi. Wonder if him faster than Portmore Mosquito. Can go a crab circle. Yeah, man, Speed. Go up a crab circle. Climb the blue. Climb the blue mountains. Yeah, man, Speed. Yeah, man. But it's time for comment of the day, folks. Shaloi, what's yours?
So my comment of the day goes back to the public opinion where we asked, what's your reaction to the mace controversy involving Dr. Angela Brownburg in Parliament? And Prince Wellington says, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Argument done.
Indeed. Yeah. Simple argument in my opinion. And my comment of the day is from Carlene Smith, who says he dealt with that cane. Now, it's obvious that whoever gave him that piece of sugar cane never, first of all, they never even peel it for him. Then just give him some.
He does struggle.
And then I laugh after him because him knowing it's like, come on, man. But even then, he still enjoyed it, man.
Yeah.
And there'll be plenty of sugar cane to eat when you come here, Speed. Plenty. I can't wait till he comes here, man.
Yeah, you're excited.
I'm very excited. It's gonna be an interesting time. And we're going to be right here when it happens. And hopefully you will be too. But it's time to end. As always, special thanks to Sonia Stewart, our producer, technical engineer Andrew Glenn Anderson, video editor Tajay Thompson, my younger brother Akil Stewart for our opening theme. Gregory Isaacs takes us out with Night Nurse. See you tomorrow.
Tell her try your best just to make it quick. Home attend to the sick. There must be something she can do. This heart is broken in two.
He never shies away from taboo topics. Voyagings After Dark.
The most riveting discussions.
Voyagings After